Hey guys, good morning. It is Sunday, NFL Week 12. We're here with Seth and Smitty. We got pregame show coverage for you guys as well as some insight to the NFL. How are you feeling today?
Feeling good. Another blessed Sunday, baby. Here to talk about some football on week 12 of NFL double coverage.
So let's get right into it. If you guys hear me or see me jump off, I'm on dad duty today, so I got two little ones next to me just for
Dad
some
duty every day.
every day, yes, but dad duty right in the middle of the show this week. But
We love that adversity.
yeah, we got Steelers Bengals week 1, good rivalry game. This is one of those games that can go either way, especially with the Steelers. For some way, I don't really know how, but Ben Roethlisberger's putting up decent numbers. Harris is doing good. I knew Harris, but I didn't expect Roethlisberger to put up as decent numbers as what he is this year. Then you got the Bengals. I'm a Joe Burrow guy. Chase, all them. I think the Bengals are a really good up-and-coming team. What do you got looking at this game?
Yeah, just looking at a good game here between the Steelers and the Bengals. Somewhat of a rivalry game in a sense. These two teams have gone at it. Now, in the past years, Bengals haven't been very good, but this year the Bengals are showing up on the turf. So I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking to myself, home field advantage. What's the weather looking like? We check that real quick. 37 looks like partly cloudy. No big deal there for weather increments. And we're kind of just looking at the teams how they've been playing week to week. The Bengals had a bounce back win last week against the Raiders. Before that, they lost 2 consecutive. And then you have the Steelers here who just came off an away win, putting up 37 points against the Chargers. So you kind of, when it comes to the Steelers, you're always wondering how are they going to play offensively. You know what they offer defensively, but they do have a couple players out. If I was to look here, um, Joe Hayden is out. He's going to be out this Sunday. Carlos Davis is out. Questionable Sunday, actually. So just a couple guys that are out there. I think the Steelers' defense is what really makes that team
Yeah,
competitive.
keep them together. It's the glue for sure.
Right. And of course, Najee Harris is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
So looking for a game here. I just don't know if the Bengals are on scoring wise. I'm not sure that the Steelers put up 37 points last week. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to reproduce that type of production this Sunday. So
Yeah, I don't think that's an every week thing either myself.
no, good score, good point spread there of 3.5 to the home team.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I'm probably gonna stay away from that one. I don't really have a dog in the fight. Other than I do think Joe Burrow is definitely gonna throw more than 1.5 touchdowns. If you guys go over to our Jim Betts Instagram, you're gonna see where that comes in at. And I got a good parlay going with a couple quarterbacks. Next up, we got Panthers Dolphins. What do you think about that game?
Yeah, so Panthers Dolphins here. Another week for Cam Newton to come out and try to, build upon his re-entrance to the NFL. This is a game that I think the Panthers should win against the Miami Dolphins. They're dealing again with some injuries. Maybe they're not actually. Let me take that back here. Malcolm Brown, nope, he hasn't been out. Nope. So they're all good on that side of the ball than the Will Fuller, who has been out. So another toss-up game for me here. It's one of those games I really don't want to dive into deep on. Am I drinking too much of this Cam Newton Kool-Aid? I might be, because every time I see the Panthers, I want to take them because Cam Newton.
Yeah, I do like the Panthers this week myself, just because I don't ever trust in the Dolphins. I think Cam Newton's going to be able to put a couple games together just like this. I think the Panthers' defense is pretty solid compared to that Miami offense.
And then we have Christian McCaffrey back as well. So, yeah, I would definitely be leaning the Panthers here. Probably taking them on the spread just because it's such a low number there away against the mediocre Miami Dolphins with Tua Tagovailoa in the backfield behind the helm of the offensive line once again this week.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Eagles and Giants. I am personally taking the Eagles. You'll see on our Gen Sports Network Instagram every week's pretty much in or out for the playoffs for them. They got to figure out what's going on exactly, how to get in these playoffs. Yeah, how to get in these playoffs and how they're going to make it work. We got Miles Sanders and Devonta Smith. I put a same game parlay together with them two both scoring today. The Eagles are rushing the ball a lot more. I know it's a lot of Jalen Hurts too, but they're rushing the ball a lot more compared to earlier this year. And then as well as Smith has just been able to take off and really get with it and really show that why he was the Heisman Trophy winner last year, and he's not too small to be in the NFL. It took him he had a couple good games early in the season, but halfway through the season he really took off, and he's been putting up at least 70 every game, a couple of touchdowns, one game he had 2 touchdowns. So I think both of them will find the end zone. I think the Eagles can handle this, and you'll see my not hot take because I don't think it's that hot. The Eagles are going to make the playoffs even too. You got the Giants this week, then the Jets, Redskins twice, another time against the Giants, and then to end the season at Dallas. To get in on that wild card, we're only going to need 4 to 5 wins. If we're a 9-win team, we can easily sneak in the playoffs. 10-win team, I think we definitely get there. So we're right there. We're very close. I think we'll be able to get it done. I know you're not anti-Eagles or anti-Giants. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, no, I like the Eagles immensely in this game. 4 points is the spread. Take it down to 2.5, take it down to 3, whatever you want to do there. But, yeah, I just think that the Eagles are just the better team here, playing better week in, week out. Previously, they just put up 40 points against the Saints. I like that. I feel like they figured out their offense a little bit more with Jalen Hurts in the backfield. They're not running him as much. They're using more of the running game, the running backs, allowing him to use his legs, of course, as a quarterback, but they're using the running backs now. And I think that this offense and what's the coach's last name? Sarkisian or something like that. Steve Sarkisian. I forget how to say his name, but he's a really good coach. He's gonna have a good
Eagles
NFL career. Sirianni, yep, Sirianni.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at this game and I'm saying Eagles go out there and just do what you've been doing. Sterling Shepard's out, Kyle Rudolph's out. I think the rookie Tony is not playing as well. Don't quote me on that one exactly, but
he was supposed to be a rookie that was kind of slept on. I had him to do really good as far as fantasy-wise, but his injuries are plaguing him. When he finally did get in, he has performed. So I think to keep an eye on him the rest of this season when he is healthy and maybe future years even too. I think Tony could come into being a good NFL wide receiver.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more on that. I mean, he looks like a really good player out there, very athletic and fast, and he looks like he's got good ball skills, of course. So yeah, just that, he's a rookie. He's got some growing pains.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like the Eagles here by 1 million.
My next game of the week my next game on my flip down sheet, and it's actually one of my games of the week, is the Titans and Patriots. The reason I picked this as one of my games of the week is originally it was going to be A.J. Brown and Julio Jones, and they now just had to put A.J. Brown on the IR due to he's having ankle and a couple other injuries as well. They said his chest and a couple other things are plaguing him as well.
Really?
And still, I wanted to see if they could win without Derrick Henry. But still, to be a Super Bowl team or a deep playoff team, you got to be able to win with a couple of your stars out even too. So this is still a proven game for them, I believe, but they are dealing with a couple injuries. But the Patriots definitely need to win this game and keep beating good teams. Mac Jones keeps showing up. He keeps performing. He might be one of the best quarterbacks out of this rookie class. We're just going to have to see.
The best quarterback out of this rookie class. He's damn near better than some of the players that have been in this league for a couple of years. Mac Jones
I think I have a message of you saying he's a future Hall of Famer.
He is a future Hall of Famer. I don't know how anyone's going to argue with me on that. I mean, it's clear cut unless some terrible things happen in life, just unfortunate events. I'm not saying it will, but there's no way he's not going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback at the end of his career. This guy is phenomenal. He is dominating already. It's just so awesome to see.
For sure. He's definitely proven himself this year. He keeps showing up. So, yeah, I'm taking the Patriots in that game, though, due to Mac Jones and Bill Belichick, the coach.
Of course.
And then as well with the Tennessee injuries.
That's the easy one.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee has got no Julio, no A.J. Brown. They've got this Foreman guy in the backfield. They just lost the fucking Houston Texans at home.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe the spread's not 10.5.
Well, they just announced that injury last night with A.J. Brown, or last night.
Yeah. Well, Julio Jones has been out. He went on the IR last week, so he has a minimum of 3 games missing at least. So now, I mean, the team's just deflated. And look, this Patriots team, I think they're going for 7 wins, 7 consecutive wins.
Yeah, no, they're performing for sure.
Oh my God, these guys are going off. I mean, and they're at home. I mean, they're only 2-4 at home. Titans are 4-1 away. But in this game, dude, I just don't see how the Titans compete. As long as Mac Jones has a good game and he goes out there and plays within his mind, reads offense, did his homework this past week, I see these guys easily winning by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I might throw some money on that game real quick before 1 o'clock hits. And then next up on the sheet, we got Falcons, Jaguars. I mean, a year ago, this would have been an easy pick with the Falcons, but anymore, this game could go either way. to be honest, I'm betting wise, I'm staying away from this game altogether. And Matt Ryan cannot perform any week. I don't care who he's playing against. This might be a game where the Jaguars might get up to 3 wins. I don't know. We'll see. But what do you think?
Yeah. So the past 2 games, the Falcons have played in as an NFL professional organization. They had a total of 3 points. They got shut out against New England last Thursday, and they lost to Dallas 43-3. So they're back on the road again. The last road win they had was against New Orleans, 27-25. But yeah, this team's just dealing with a bunch of stuff going on there. Players are out. Obviously, still no Riley, I think it is. What's his last name? I don't know.
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley.
He's out for personal reasons.
Yep, he's out, staying out. But yeah, so this is just a turd bowl, if you want to call it, man. This is a game that no one's looking at. I feel bad for any fan base. I hope the people that go to the game have a lot of fun and enjoy it. This could be a really tight game. This could go to OT.
Well, the thing is the people thought the Jaguars were instantly going to be better just because they got Trevor Lawrence. I mean, they have to rebuild. It's a brand new head coach coming from college, first off, and who knows if Urban Meyer's even going to be good in the NFL. Second off, you got a rookie quarterback and young team overall. And I don't think they use James Robinson as much as they should. I think he could be a better back. I know he led the league in a couple, like fantasy-wise last year and a couple other things.
Yeah, well,
they just don't use him.
He's changed a little bit this year. But he also, I think, dealing with a couple injuries. He's
been banged up.
Played him before they even announced his injury, right? He could have been dealing with an injury week 4, and no one knew about it because he was fighting through it, kind of ordeal. But yeah, looking at this game, man. I mean, I can't even put a Jesus. I mean,
I'm just staying away.
Take?
I mean, I would bet the under, to be honest.
What are the numbers here?
I would take the under, but that would be about it. I'm not taking nothing.
45 under 45. I mean,
I'm taking under. That.
No, the coaches might come together on both sides of the team, and they might come together real quick before the game starts and say, hey, look, guys, just tell your defensive players, don't even worry about the ball. Let's just score a fuck ton of points.
Right.
That.
Not that, but I'm saying it can happen that it could be high scoring, but I don't see that one getting – I would have to lean Falcons with Matt Ryan and is Patterson. I think Patterson's back in. We got Mike Davis. You got Kyle Pitts. I mean – No, I'm really – honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll move on. We're gonna move on.
We'll move on from that game. That's a game we don't even want to talk about. We got Bucks and Colts. This is my other game of the week. I picked 2 games this week as my games of the week. I'm taking Bucks 3.5. I think it's going to be high scoring though. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to find the end zone a couple of times. What I think is going to lose them this game is Carson Wentz has been averaging. I'm pretty sure it's 1.7 picks a game. I mean, like he's averaging more than a pick a game, closer to 2 interceptions a game over the past little stretch he's had of. He's been performing decent. He has been throwing touchdowns over that time too. But if you keep turning the ball over to a team, especially like Tampa Bay, and you even give them a 2.5-minute drive in the fourth quarter, a 2-minute drive in the fourth quarter to win the game, Brady's going to find the end zone more than likely. So
yeah, I mean, if Bovada would give me a number I actually wanted, I would be taking the Colts plus 6.5 or plus 7. I think that this is going to be a really good game. The Colts have been playing very well. They're at home. They just need to keep scoring the ball, keep doing what they're doing, keep running the ball down their throat. I mean, Jonathan Taylor, get him going. And the guy, simple as that. That's your team is Jonathan Taylor and that offensive line. Open up that run game, get it going. The passing will come. Carson Wentz has played well this year. He hasn't been abysmal. He's actually held his own. So I like the Colts here, man. I think they could win the game outright at home. And if you look at the Buccaneers, I mean, they are. I think they're 1-3 in their last 3 home away games.
Yeah, they've been slipping a little bit.
Past
but
3
I see them waking up this week and
losing to Washington, losing to New Orleans. They beat up on the Giants. They beat up on the Bears, and they beat Philly by 6. I mean, hoorah! You're looking at the Colts. They just got done beating down on Buffalo. Handled, they beat the Jacksonville Jets. So I guess their schedule's lost no T to Tennessee.
That's when Derrick Henry was there, though. No, I'm not arguing that the Colts are a bad team. That's why I think it'll be high scoring, but I think the Patriots will win by 4 or more.
Gosh, I want 6.5 so bad. I want it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm taking the Colts in this one. I'll take them plus 3.5. And you're going ahead and taking them what? Tampa Bay at -3.
No. Yeah. All right, next on the list, we got Jets and Texans. I think this is a game that the Jets could take, but the Texans have been showing up since Tyrod got back. I mean, not showing up immensely, you know what I mean? They put some points on the board. I'm going to take the Jets myself. I don't have too much to highlight in this game other than I think it's going to be a spread out backfield. So if you're on FanDuel, I'd stay away from the Jets backfield. I might go after the Texans backfield, though. David Johnson's been getting some of the pass game, and he's been rushing the ball. So if he continues to get a couple passes and you need a cheap running back to be able to afford somebody else, like let's just say an Austin Eckler or somebody like that, then you're going to need to find a cheap running back as well. So you can maybe pair them two up. David Johnson might have a decent game today.
Yeah, another turd bowl. But I like the Texans in this one. You got Wilson starting again, Joe Flacco on COVID reserve. If Joe Flacco was playing, I would probably be maybe leaning the Jets. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Texans this one. This one's just it's really just another boring game. There's 2 games this week with the Thanksgiving weekend here that are just crap games, and I mean this is one of them. The other one's Atlanta and Jacksonville. But yeah, I mean I'd definitely be leaning the Texans at home, coming off a good win against Tennessee. Texans at home for sure.
For sure. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think it could go either way. I do kind of like the Jets. Wilson knows he needs to show up because he's been underperforming and he got outperformed by Mike White. So we'll see if he can show up. But on to the next game. We got Chargers and Broncos. Me, myself, I'm going Chargers. They barely lost last week. They put up some points. You got the Broncos, who just can't seem to string it together whatsoever. I don't know what it is with them. They have a decent backfield. They have decent wide receivers. The quarterback, I guess, is iffy, but still good enough. I mean, I think they should be a better team than what they are, to be completely honest. I know they're 5-5, 500, but if you look at them, I mean, they lost Von Miller, but their defense didn't really change at all. So I don't know what's going on exactly with them, but I predicted them to have a better season this year. They were one of my sleeper teams almost. But I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. What do you think about this game yourself?
Yeah, I like the Chargers once again. Broncos kind of fell off the chair. Haven't really been playing that well, and I just don't see them being able to compete offensively against the Chargers.
Yeah.
They're at Mile High Stadium. Are the players going to be affected a little bit with altitude? Who knows? That was kind of a question that you don't really know the outcome of until you watch the game. You'd think that these guys are at least conditioned enough to be playing there. But regardless, yeah, like the Chargers, like Justin Herbert, like everything about that team, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
Their defense a little suspect. But I think when they're not missing some key players like Tranquil in the back, he helps that defense flow. You got Bulaga. Looks like he's out since the 30th of September. No worries.
And in certain situations, that defense is good enough to where the offense can save it and put up a lot of points. So
Yeah. So, kind of alarming last week when Chargers played Pittsburgh and it was 41-37. And at one point, the Chargers were up by 13 or some points. And I'm surprised that they allowed the Steelers back in. So hopefully this week in practice, the Chargers really kind of focused on their defense and what they can do to fix that, to make themselves better, to stop allowing so many points. But yeah, I like the Chargers in this game, no doubt.
Me as well. And then next on our list, we got Vikings 49ers. What are you thinking as far as that game? I know the Vikings secondary is beat up.
Yeah, I like that game a lot. I mean, the Vikings secondary really isn't that beat up, but I just like the Vikings. Like, this game is going to be 61 degrees over on the West Coast there in San Fran area. This is gonna be a really good game. This is honestly, I wish I could watch this game. I hope this game is being showed somewhere. Where are we at? We're on Fox for this game at 4:25. So this game might be available for us, East Coasters, Midwesters. But yeah, I just like what the Vikings have been doing offensively. Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, Thielen, Cook, those guys, everyone has just been playing well offensively, putting up points, holding their own. And the defense has been showing up. And playing the 49ers, a team that is still trying to come into their own. They have players on the offensive side like Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, who are very good players. They just sometimes don't always show up. And of course, you got Kyle Kittle and Jeff Wilson. George Kittle. Jeff Wilson. I'm not sure if Elijah Mitchell is playing today or not, but this is a game here with both teams have offensive players. And if I was to say which defense is better, I'd probably say 49ers. But at the end of the day here in this year of NFL, it seems like regardless of the defense, if the offense is putting up points, you're looking at the other side of the ball and saying, can they keep up? D Ford is questionable with concussion. Dre Greenlaw, upper body is probable. Let's see here.
And the thing is
Hurst,
about this game is they might not
Hurst
be
is out.
necessarily beat up as out, but their beat up is going from probable. They did not. The two of their defensive backs did not practice at all on Wednesday, so they missed a completely midweek practice due to injury. So they might be playing, but they are beat up. I'm going after a Deebo Samuel touchdown, and both Ayuk and Deebo will probably have more than 70 yards apiece, in my opinion. I think we're going to see the wide receivers do good this game. Ayuk showed up only 1 or 2 games this week or this year. Deebo has shown up quite a bit. You're right. Some games he doesn't show up, but he's still in. I know he's in the top 10 wide receiver wise. He was in top 5 2 weeks ago, but Ayuk had a better week last week, so that might have dropped him out of there. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to throw for more than 2. I do think is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm not playing the spread on either side. I'm just strictly that's my only bet on this game is Jimmy Garoppolo will throw 2 touchdowns. I think Kirk Cousins could as well. I think we're going to see more of an air attack from both sides. Don't get me wrong, the run games are going to be involved, but I think we're going to see more of an air attack, in my opinion.
For both teams?
Yeah, both teams. I think we're going to see Justin Jefferson get some passes as well. Delvin Cook's going to have the run game, don't get me wrong, but in this game, how I see it going is I think we're going to see a 20 to 30 points from both teams, and I think they're both going to be a couple passing touchdowns. I don't think we're going to – I mean, Delvin Cook might find the end zone. I'm not saying that, but I think it's going to be more of an air attack on both sides of the ball, some play actions from the Vikings side and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think what the Vikings are going to do is they're going to keep doing what they've been doing each and every week, and they're just going to keep playing that high-paced spread offense with the run game. You got a great running back in the backfield, phenomenal wide receivers. So, yeah, it just comes down to, hey, 49ers, Jimmy G, are you going to be able to keep up with Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins, are you going to have a good game? It's going to be great weather for football over there, 61 degrees, partly cloudy with the sun shining. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game, and I hope to keep seeing Minnesota producing what they've been doing week in, week out. I want them to be a contender. I like that offense a lot. I like Kirk Cousins as a player. He's gone through it, man. That guy's been just battling through his career, and he finally found a position there with the Vikings. And even last year, when everyone was saying, hey, this should be their year, they really didn't have that great of a year. Now it's like no one's really talking about this Vikings team. They've come out and they've been punching people in the mouth. So I like this team, and just like your Philadelphia Eagles, this team is controlling their own destiny right now. They got to win games like this one. They got to beat the 49ers away, and that will just keep helping them get into where they want to be in that division. Buddy's here. Buddy's muted here.
My bad, sorry. In the back, got to mute myself. I said I'm a big Justin Jefferson fan. He's a keeper in one of my fantasy leagues. I'm going to keep him for as long as I can. We're allowed to keep him for 3 years max in there. The Eagles haunted me when they picked Jalen Reagor, 1 pick ahead of him. I was a big Justin Jefferson guy coming out of college. And the year before that, they picked J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 1 pick ahead of DK Metcalf. And I was tweeting and Facebook statuses all day long, we're getting DK, yada, yada. Then to have my heart break and he'd go the next pick right after we picked Arcega-Whiteside. Or not the next pick, but later in the round after Arcega-Whiteside, I was torn up. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. So I'm a fan of both those guys, even though they're not on the Eagles. I do think he will have a good game, and he has been performing lately. So that's what I think about both quarterbacks maybe finding the end zone twice. Next up, we got Rams-Packers. This is everybody's highlighted game of the week. Who do you got in this one, and what are your hot takes of this game?
Rams-Packers. Yeah, so let me get that real quick. I guess I was out of sorts here real quick. Yeah, so Rams-Packers here. Lambeau Field. What's the weather looking like? Everyone wants to know that first. 36 degrees. Okay. Doesn't look like any snow's going to be falling there. Precipitation. So, yeah. Taking a look here. Looks like Aaron Jones might have an opportunity to play. Rashawn Gary might have an opportunity to play. Kevin King is doubtful. David Bakhtiari is still out. So this is a weird one for me. I'm not one I really would dive into. I'm going to lean Packers here just because Aaron Rodgers in quarterback matchup here against Matthew Stafford. But who knows what's going to happen? I mean, the Green Bay defense has been playing well this year. The 4-0 at home. Green Bay Packers as a whole. If Aaron Jones plays, I like the Packers more. But the Rams, man, you just don't know what that team's going to do. Is Matthew Stafford's going to finally show up tonight? Is he going to do something today? The whole Rams organization is wondering, come on, guy, let's get out of this slump.
He had a 2-game slump. Don't act like he's been
Hey,
underperforming all year.
Everyone's wondering if he shows up
Resentful
today.
Lion fan here. Resentful Lion fan.
I'm not resentful at all. No, I'm just saying. I'm talking facts here. He hasn't been playing well. So he's got too many weapons on that team to not be playing well. OBJ is going to be a week in, or maybe it's 2 weeks now. Did they have a bye last week, the Rams?
Last week, let me look at the Rams' past schedule. I don't remember the Rams last week. I know OBJ's played 1 game.
Yeah, they had a bye last week. So
yeah.
So OBJ's got another opportunity here. Second game on the team. He should know the playbook more. He's going to be more of he's going to be held more accountable today. You run the right routes, run the right plays, and catch some passes from Matthew Stafford. They're going to need him with Robert Woods out. You're going to need a good running game out of the Rams. You're going to need their defense to show up to stop, Green Bay Packers, who are a phenomenal team with Aaron Rodgers, man. So it just depends on what the Rams are going to do. At the end of the day, if the Rams show up and they're limp leg and they're playing dead and they're rolling over, obviously the Packers to the woodshed. But I like the Packers overall, just with the stature of not knowing if Stafford's going to play well or not.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over. I'm not going to take either team's money line or the spread. I'm going to take the over on that one personally. I do think both quarterbacks are going to have a good day, and I think Henderson and the Rams will have a good day as well.
Okay.
Next game up, we got Browns-Ravens. We got another little rivalry-type game going on that Sunday night football tonight. I'm taking the Ravens myself. And I might even take Lamar to throw 2 touchdowns. His over is only 1.5. That's like a plus 120, I do believe, on DraftKings. So, that's a nice little bet. I think he might throw 2. What do you think? What do you got in that game?
Yeah, so, Browns away at the Ravens, 4-1 at home. Browns 2-3 away, 49 degrees. Looks like, again, no precipitation. The Browns just have not been playing well. They've been kind of a laughingstock the past 2 weeks. And then you have the Ravens here who pulled out a tough win against the Bears without their starting quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Tyler Huntley, I believe his name is, with his first career start and win. So, for the Browns, they're getting Kareem Hunt back. It's a question. It's questionable. Kareem Hunt there. Donovan Peoples-Jones, again, another questionable absence. Marquise Brown is questionable, though. For the other side, you got a couple of defensive players out. For the Ravens. When I was looking at this game, if Kareem Hunt comes back, I think I like the Browns. I think that 2-headed running back duo monster in the backfield for the Browns is really what helps that team and that engine move. So it kind of comes down to that there, but gosh, if Kareem Hunt plays, I like the Browns. If Kareem Hunt plays,
really?
I like the Browns. I like him to.
All right, if Kareem Hunt plays, we have a friendly bet then. Friendly wager because I got Ravens then. If Kareem Hunt plays.
Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't have a problem taking the Ravens either with Lamar Jackson, those guys. But I kind of want to see the Browns come out and get a win today with Kareem Hunt back there. But
I like Baker. Baker's always had a ton of haters, but I've always been somewhat of a Baker fan.
Yeah, he's a top 14 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, we did the math last weekend. We went down and counted out every quarterback below.
I damn near might put Tyrod Taylor above him.
Yeah, oh no, you would not. We already went through the list. You can't do that. You can't go back now. We already went through last weekend and announced every player above him.
Dude, but think about it. You put Tyrod Taylor on this team, what do you think happens?
Not much.
You're just replacing the same type of quarterback. He can run, he can throw. So you're just at that point, you're just saying, okay, who's better, Tyrod Taylor or Baker Mayfield? Because that's something to think about there, Baker fan. But yeah, so we'll have a friendly wager here. I wouldn't have a problem taking the Ravens in this game.
Yeah, it can go either way. I am a Ravens guy in this game myself, but if Baker shows up and the whole Browns organization shows up, they could win. Betting wise, like I said, I might throw a little bit of money on Lamar, include that in a parlay. So if you include a plus 120 in your parlay, it's going to shoot up. So I might throw a risky parlay together, something like that. Washington Seahawks next game. Who do you got in that one? I'm taking Seahawks to show up. I think Russell's going to show up and have a good game. He's back. He has a few games back since he's been healthy. What do you think of this game?
Yeah, you give me those boys from Washington, the no-name team, Washington. Washington football. Washington everything. I'm gonna be wearing whatever their colors are. If that's orange or yellow and red, maybe that's yellow. But yeah, I like Washington here. With all jokes set aside, the Seahawks have been abysmal this year. They've been sorry. They've just been terrible. They're not a team I'm gonna back. I'm gonna take the team at home. I'm gonna take Gibson and McKissick. You give me Tyler Heineke. You give me Jerry McLaren or Terry McLaren, Terry Scary Terry. You give me those guys. You give me those dogs. They want to go out there. They want to win. Look, I like Russell Wilson, all this and that, but you give me this Washington team at home. Take them to the woodshed. That's my pick of the week, Washington.
So, all right, I like that pick of the week. Me, myself, I am going to go Seahawks. I think Tyler Lockett might – you know how Tyler Lockett's hit or miss. I think this might be one of the random weeks Tyler Lockett shows up.
Yeah. DK's playing too, right?
Yeah. I just think Tyler Lockett always randomly shows up. Even with DK in there, he'll go like 3 games without doing anything, and then one monster game. I think this might – there's a little prediction in my mind. This might be a little game where he shows up.
You might not be wrong.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, DK and Tyler want to show up, and they want to put up 35 points.
Yeah, it's one of them. I've had Lockett fantasy for a few years on at least one of my teams, and it'll be a few weeks of nothing, then one random week of 42 or something. Then you're like, well, okay, that made up for the other weeks, I guess. Give you guys a couple bets. That's the end of the games for this week. We're gonna give you guys a couple bets of the week. So I did a nice little parlay here. It gets up to plus 810. It's an all quarterback passing touchdown parlay. It's Mac Jones. All of them are 1.5. So Mac Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Jimmy Garoppolo all to throw over 1.5 touchdowns. These are all on our Bet with Gin Instagram. Soon this will be switched into a subscription program. You'll have to pay for it. We hit a plus 757 I put out 2 days ago, as well as a LaMelo Ball double-double for the plus 120. Both those were the same night. So we're winning. You would put 100 on both of those. You'd be up over $1,000 in one day. So, yeah, we're going to keep trying to show out for you guys and have these hit. I think these are all going to hit. All these guys have good matchups or matchups where they're going to have to at least throw the ball. Next, I got the Eagles versus Giants same game parlay, and I got Miles Sanders and Devonta Smith both to find the end zone. Smith just keeps performing. They're going to have to throw the ball some, even though they've been running it a ton. Miles Sanders has been getting the runs, as well as Jalen Hurts has been a lot too, but they're still giving Miles Sanders his fair share since he's been back. He didn't get any touches earlier in the year. Then randomly he got hurt. Now he's back, and they switched to a run game after he got hurt. So he's been taking part in that. And then I got another 4-legger here. It's a plus 853. I got Tampa Bay minus 3.5, Philadelphia Eagles money line, Carolina Panthers -2. I don't know if they're still at -2. I caught them yesterday when I did that. And then I got the Jimmy Garoppolo over 1.5 touchdowns involved in that. But if you wanted to switch that out for any of those quarterbacks I mentioned, Mac Jones, Joe Burrow, or Jimmy Garoppolo, I think any of those could hit. Or even add anytime touchdown in there with Miles Sanders or Devonta Smith. It depends on that. Gets it up past 900, so it depends if you want to add a little bit more risk in there or not. But you'll see all these posted on the Bet with Gin page. Those are my bets of the week. My absolute lock of the week, though, is Philadelphia Eagles money line, and I'm going to pair that up with the Carolina Panthers -2. That's my lock of the week.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw out there a 3-teamer here. We're gonna be taking Chargers money line. We're gonna play it safe here. Chargers money line. Patriots 6.5, and honestly, I'm gonna go right at that Vikings 49ers game. You give me the Vikings plus 3.5.
Plus 3.5. Okay, There we go. Mm-hmm. What's that get you?
Oh, if I always put that in here, I already submitted my stuff, but let me see here real quick.
You can just give you the odds if you go to the one you.
I got to select them though.
And then other than that, guys,
plus 440.
Plus 440. That's a good bet. I like that. That's a good one that has a good chance of hitting. I wish that would have been at like 2.5 for that Vikings game, because I think it could come down to a field goal. You're right. That game could go either way. I don't really have a dog in the fight other than I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be throwing the ball.
Yeah, there's just something about whenever I bet on the Vikings, I'm always taking them plus 3.5 just because of all the woes they had with their kicking games. It's almost like man, I'm just going to take them 3.5. Go ahead and win by 10. I don't care. But if you lose by 3, and I'm going to just be so happy. Like,
right.
Fuck you. You're trying to screw me.
Cool,
again.
guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. You'll catch us on Thursday. Our website is going to be fully launched by the end of next week. Make sure you guys check on there for articles and opinions from all of our analysts, myself, Smitty, Cody, John, all of them. You're going to see new guys joining as well. We got a couple new analysts joining on with us, as well as a baseball guy. And we are in talks with a couple hockey guys as well. So we are continuing to grow for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Any closing remarks there?
Kirk Cousins over 1.5 passing TDs.
Yep, I'm with that. Like I said, I would switch him or Garoppolo out. I know that ball.
Anytime scorer, I'm gonna take. We'll take Adam Thielen in that game.
Adam Thielen, I like that. Justin Jefferson, I think will find it. Like I said, I think both quarterbacks are going to throw too. Personally,
I think you really parlay that game with a bunch of player props and succeed.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you throw a couple single game parlays in there with a game like that. There's a lot of ways you can succeed. Whether it's that game, the Packers, Rams. Any game that there's going to be some stats thrown up on the board, it's good to do single game parlays there. Yep. Well, cool, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in for the Double Coverage Pod. Seth and Smitty. See you guys on Thursday.